You're in the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real
deal.
Welcome back to another episode, Strictly for the Music Podcast. I'm your host, SKN. The next guest I got one band, Resurrection, with 3 collections. He's from Tampa, Florida. He does everything from the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcoming to Elmo.
What's up, man?
What's up, B-Dog, man? Sorry about that, but I had to do it right, man, because if you're going to be coming on the show, dog, I got to make sure everything's on cue, you know?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
All right, man, so let's start from the beginning, man. Describe your music to us.
My music, it's hip hop. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. I started mixing and mastering my own stuff whenever I was 17. I'm 33 now, so it's pretty much like my life. Everything I do, like you said, it's from the heart. All my music is either from life experience or stuff I've seen people really close to me go through, or you know what I mean. It's real life. Nothing flaw, nothing just imaginary, you know what I mean? It's all from the heart, and it's got feeling behind it and passion behind it.
That's right, man. Hell yeah. So before we go any further, man, can you plug in all your social media outlets and your Bandlab and your YouTube if you got one, so everyone that's hearing this can go follow you and go check your music out?
Yeah, all I got right now is the Bandlab, which is LMO81352. That's the handle on Bandlab, and then YouTube is official Elmo Music, but L/MO Music at YouTube.com.
Hell yeah, big dog, man. I appreciate you plugging in that, because whenever people come on here, I let them plug their music in, because I want everyone that's hearing it to go follow you and go listen to your music, and you know what I mean? I want them to support you from the gate. So let's start right here, big dog. Your music is raw, comes from the heart, you know, it's real life. So, you know, you're coming genuine, and I respect that, dog. So besides this Bandlab, bro, what have you done besides like recording music videos, like anything that you had before Bandlab?
Before Bandlab, I mean, like I said, I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. My very first album I did was a 7-track little CD, and my big sister's friend, actually, he was at the University of Florida, and he was studying in making music and stuff like that. So he brought me up there for a weekend, and we recorded 6 tracks in 2 days, and that was actually a project for him in school, and it was my first album, and I fell in love with the whole process of making the music, and just watching him put it together while I was recording my lyrics. So then I got interested in that and started working on doing that myself. I got my first little bit of studio equipment whenever I was like 17 years old, and it's just been on from there. You know what I mean? I just keep improving and growing. I've matured a lot in my music. I used to just pop off at the mouth, and now I'm more about like real life stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So what was the first single off your first album, man?
My very first one, when I was 14 years old, it was a song called Nobody. All
right. Will you give us a little bit detail on that? Like, how did that track come upon?
That track, it was kind of just inspired by the beat. Like I said, I was young. I just heard a beat and just started kind of going to it. I did a lot of stuff freestyle whenever I was younger. I didn't spend a lot of time writing. It's just always been kind of natural to me. Just my brain works that way. So I pretty much, like I said, back then I didn't really know what I was doing. There was like no hook to the songs really. It was just straight flow, straight through. But I mean, kids at school liked it whenever I passed out CDs and shit.
Hell yeah. So like, take us through a process, man, on your first album, being just coming up, you know, 14 years old, man. I bet, what was it feeling like? Like, what were you going through at that time, man?
At 14, I mean, I wasn't really the best kid, man. I was put in alternative schools. I didn't really pay attention in class. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be writing music when everybody else was doing their work and shit. Like I never graduated high school. Like music's pretty much been it for me, dude. Like It's my therapy. It's my outlet. I don't know. At 14, I can't even I can barely remember that particular album. I just remember making it and falling in love with doing music.
Would you say that music kind of saved your life, man?
Kinda. I mean, it's become like my therapy. It's an outlet for me. I use my music to say shit that I normally just can't talk about with people or friends or family. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely an outlet for me.
That's right, man. A lot of people use music for therapy, man, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that it gives you more expression to tell the people and tell everybody how you're really feeling, you know? So, man, much respect for that, man, because, you know, a lot of people don't know what to do on a track, but, man, you seem like you got it going for you. So let me ask you this, man. Um, when did you really start taking music serious, man?
From day one, bro. Like I I never I wouldn't waste my time on something that I wasn't gonna take serious. I've always been the type of person to go all the way or go home. You know what I mean? So like, I'm either in it or I'm out it. You know what I mean? And since day one, I've taken it very seriously.
Hell yeah, man. So besides your first album at 14, was there any other projects you worked on, or were you just releasing singles, or what was the process you were
Oh
doing?
yeah, I did that one. And then when I got into my late teens, I met a guy. It was 352 Records at the time. It was a small little record company in my hometown of Leesburg, and I started doing a little bit of music there. And he put me together with a couple other people. I mean, I made probably a 10 track song there, and then I got my own studio equipment. Whenever I was about 17 through 21, I had two of my buddies. They came over and we made a album together, just the three of us. Pretty much that made me kind of like hometown famous for what I do. Everybody knew who we were from that shit. We got it played in all the hometown clubs and everything in Leesburg. But I mean, and then after that, it's pretty much everything I've been doing that you can see on Bandlab.
So, what was the feeling like, man? Getting all the love from your hometown and everything. What were you going through, man?
I mean, it's 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 a high in itself, kind of. Um, you know that you're known. I mean, people. I don't really know how to describe it, bro. To be honest with you, but
Man,
you know that it's just there though. You know what I'm saying? Like you step outside of that town and you're back to being just like a nobody.
wow, dog. So, were you performing any shows in your local area?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we do either like little house parties or like I said, like right up at the bar in town or whatever. But nothing too big. The biggest thing I've ever done was actually I did a show for my big sister's wedding in New York City, and then from there somebody saw me and they asked me to come to their club, and I did a song there. I did a couple songs there, and then from there another guy saw me and asked me to come to his club, and I ended up going to the Brooklyn Bowl in Brooklyn, New York, and I was in front of 2,500 people. I had a live band actually playing the beats behind me, and that was probably the biggest show I've ever done, and it was a blast. It was a rush.
Damn, man, New York City, man. Wow,
Yeah.
Brooklyn Bowl. Man, you gotta give us a little bit more detail, man. What was the crowd's reaction when you got on stage?
Oh, they loved it, bro. Like I got another offer that night to come play somewhere else, and I kind of feel like I could have just kept going and going with that, but I had to be back to Florida the following day. I was on a plane the next morning, so it just wasn't possible. But it was definitely an experience I'll never forget.
Man, wow. So you were offered more shows to do and everything. So they were really feeling you out in New York. So is there any possibility in the future that you'll be able to go back to New York City and give them a another performance?
I mean, I'd be down, but like that was 10, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So let me ask you this, man. What are your biggest influences?
My biggest influences, probably, of course, Eminem. He made it seem possible for me. And Tupac, he's a legend. Um, I think Chris Webby's amazing, dude. He's really underrated as far, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I, I got a lot.
If you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Um, it probably have to be Tupac, man, because I've 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 listened to his music since I was probably 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? It'd be cool just to chill with him in the studio and ask him questions and just see where his head was at, dude. He was a genius. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, what is your favorite Tupac song?
Favorite Tupac song? Um, Probably All Eyes on Me.
Hell yeah, man. That's a badass song, bro. I gotta give you props for that one. So let me ask you this, man. How did you discover Bandlab?
Actually, just flipping through Google Play. You know what I mean? I've had a couple different recording apps, and some of them you can do so much with, but you can't do other stuff with. So you end up getting another app to do that with it, and then you download the track, and then you throw it back on this app. You know what I'm saying? So that you can get a little bit of everything. And I ran across Bandlab just looking through music apps, and whenever I downloaded it, first track I made using the app, it pretty much had everything I was looking for all in one. Plus, it was the way I describe it to people is it's like a social media for unsigned artists and musicians, and it's based around nothing but music. And I completely fell in love with it, dude. I recommend it to all my friends that do music. It's a way for me now that I'm living in Tampa to still do music with my friends that I used to do music with back home in Leesburg. We could still work together without having to be in the same room. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that.
So let's talk about your band, man, Resurrection. How did that
Yeah.
come upon, and what are the goals for that band?
Well, the band, that's what I was talking about. My boy back home, that we could still work together. We haven't done any music together in probably close to a year now since I came to Tampa, and that's pretty much been the barrier, is just the distance thing. The reason we call the group Resurrection is you hear everybody. I'm sure you've heard people say hip hop's dead. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, we want to bring a positive message that's going to bring hip hop back to life and resurrect hip hop from the dead. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we call ourselves Resurrection. Um, my homeboy, he Jay Reach. He just actually got a Bandlab account like 2 days ago, dude. But check him out, man. He's dope as fuck. He's really lyrical. He can spit super fast or be deep as hell, but he's really good, man. And I'm kind of using it as a way because he never recorded a song in his life until he met me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show him how to do that and get over his little bit of social anxiety and fears and just step out there because he's got a lot of talent. And if I got to be his window to get there, then so be it, because he deserves it.
That's right, man. So, what do you got in your collections, man? I know you got 3 collections in your profile, man. What is it? Is it instrumentals? You got songs, or you got other songs from other artists you bump, or what?
Yeah, I got one of them is just like pretty much one place where you can find all my like finished, said and done tracks, so you can listen to them. You know what I mean? Straight through, kind of like an album, but for free, like a mixtape or whatever. The other one I call Dope Ass Bandlab Jams, and that's pretty much any artist I find on Bandlab that's got something that I think is banging or smash or whatever that I want to be able to go back to and listen to. I'll put in that playlist, and then of course I got people that on Bandlab that make beats and stuff that I want to hop on, but I'm already working on a project or whatever, so I don't forget about it. I'll throw it in there so I can go back to it and reference it and see if one of them like gives me inspiration for a song or whatever, and I'll jump on it then.
Hell yeah, man. So, have you collabed with any artists off Bandlab?
A couple, mostly working songs. Solo B and I've done a couple songs. Solo B in the Joint, we've done a song together. It's called Get Right. It's a good song. I've done songs with Marley Dubs. Um, that's pretty much it for other Bandlab artists, and I'm working on one right now with my buddy back home, Jay Reach. It's called Voices. You want to keep a lookout for that one. It's a pretty dope track. I already got the hook done and my verse is done. I'm just waiting on him to get in there and finish up his verse.
All right, man. Hell yeah, man. So how did you discover all these artists, man? You just went to the search and just typed in beats or what?
Pretty much, man. It's either that or just scrolling, listening to this, listening to that, or you know what I'm saying. And it takes time, dude. At first, when I first got Bandlab, there's a lot of people on there that I mean, I don't like talking about anybody, but they're trash. You know what I'm saying? But then there's a lot of really really talented artists on there too, and it takes a little bit to weed them out. But once you do, man, and you find and follow the ones that are taking it seriously, you know what I'm saying? It's awesome. It's an awesome way for people to that would have no other way to get their stuff out there to actually be able to be heard worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And you never know who's gonna hear this. You know what I'm saying? Or who's gonna get it in their hands. I mean, it's a good way to get your stuff out there.
Absolutely, man. So you discovered BandLab this year?
Yeah, earlier this year. Maybe the end of last year.
That's what's up, man. So how many tracks you got on BandLab right now?
I think like 26, 27.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So can we expect a project coming out of BandLab, like an album?
Yeah, I was just reading a thing about how they're gonna let you drop albums. I was actually reading it today before the interview. And yeah, I think I'm gonna work on one with the band with the Resurrection thing first, and try to get that out there, and then do a solo one after that, or even pretty much throw together an album with all the songs that are on the playlist I got of all my music right now on the creations or whatever.
Hell yeah, man. That's dope, bro. That's really dope, man. I'm glad you got on BandLab, man. I'm glad that you already started. You know, you're an upcoming artist, man, from Tampa, Florida, man. Salute to you, man. So let me ask you this, man. How is your music going to evolve?
It all depends on how my life goes, bro. Like I said, I write about my life, what's going on around me, and the people I love and what I see them going through. And it's like I've always said, bro, like I don't care if I ever make $1 million. I don't care if I'm ever famous. But if my music reaches the ear of somebody at that right moment, right time, and it affects their life and it helps them, and then I'm doing my job as a musician. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, dude, is reaching people and connecting with people through music.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. So what is the one song that you've done on BandLab that means the most to you, man?
Oh man, probably Breathing.
So can you give us a little bit detail on it? Like, how did that track come upon? Were you just going through beats and just found one beat and it just started coming to you?
No, yeah, kind of. I mean, I different stuff inspires me all the time, bro. That song right there, it was kind of a beat and life situations at the same time, and I realized no matter how bad a day is or how bad it gets or what you're going through, you just be thankful to be alive type thing. You know what I mean? And I just put it out there on a track. It's got a lot of positive feedback, and it's that's probably why it means the most to me is just like what it's about, and pretty much it was me talking myself out of feeling shitty. You know what I'm saying? To begin with, like I was having a bad day, and I pretty much told myself, no matter what you're going through, dude, it's worth it in the long run because you're still breathing. You know what I mean? And that's why the song's called Breathing. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. So let me ask you this, man. What are your goals for 2020? Like, are you trying to start your own record label? Are you trying to get a distribution deal? Are you trying to do some music videos by the end of the year? Like, what are the goals that you have in mind right now?
See, my thing, bro, I've always been really good at making music. Like that, like it was just natural to me since I was a kid. Fucking, it just came to me. I've always had a problem with marketing my stuff and getting it out there and getting it into the right hands or the right ears, or letting people hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my goal for 2020 would be to advance in my fucking marketing skills and push my music more to get it out there more and let more people hear it.
That's right, man. So let me ask you this. For all upcoming artists in Florida, what would be the best advice you could give them?
Don't give up. Believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even whenever shit gets hard, keep pushing because it's going to be worth it in the long run. And if you love it, keep doing it. Don't ever force anything. Don't rush anything. Good things take time. Art takes time. Music is art. You know what I'm saying? Be real with your music. Be yourself. Don't ever try to pretend to be something you're not. You know what I mean? Because that's not going to get you anywhere. Just keep it real, and people notice that, and they'll be drawn to it.
Do you have any favorite artists that are mainstream right now that you listen to?
Mainstream right now, not really, man. I mean, the people that I listen to are mainly like Chris Webby, Ritz. Ritz is dope. I mean, I like Logic. Logic's dope. He's kind of mainstream right now, I guess. I still listen to Tech Nine, and I listen to a lot of underground people, dude. But I feel like they should be a lot farther than they are. I like intelligent music about something more than money, cars, and clothes and hoes. You know what I'm saying? I like real life shit. That's why I put that. I mean, NF's finally starting to break some ground, dude. But he's had 4 albums before anybody ever even knew who he was that were a million times better than his newest one, in my opinion. Like, I don't know.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, let me ask you this, man. You have any special shout outs you want to give on this interview?
I mean, I want to thank you guys for having me on. Shout out to Bandlab for being there and being a free app for people like me and other artists out there to try to not only make their music but get their music heard. Shout out to my boy Jay Reach. Of course, God, my mom, sister, family, everybody.
That's right. So do you have a date for any projects you got coming out, man?
Just the song Voices, like I said, there's not a particular date. My shit's already completely done and wrapped up. I'm just waiting on Jay Reach to finish up his verse. He's in the process of writing it now. He's probably about halfway done. And he usually doesn't take too long. So I'd probably say by the middle of next week, that track will be coming out.
All right, man. So you got anything else you want me to reach on?
I'm good, man.
All right, man. You got any final words?
Nah, man, just check me out. And I hope you like what you hear. That's it, really.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming on this podcast, man, and showing and telling everyone your story, man, because, this is what it's about, man. It's about sharing our struggles, our music, everything that an artist goes through. We want the masses to know that, you know what, we're all humans too, even if we make it or we don't make it, we're all humans and we're all here to strive to be better,
Exactly.
So, man, I appreciate you coming on this podcast. I wish you all the success in the world, and I hope it comes immediately for you, man. So this is strictly for the music. Yep, no problem, man. Stay blessed, man, and I'm gonna see what we can do here in a little bit. I'm gonna message you after this interview, and then we'll go from there. All right.
All right, brother.
This is strictly for the music podcast, and we're out.